Well, today on the National Real Estate Cafe, Don Getling and Gino Franti don't dress the same.
How about that? Mom didn't dress us today, but we have some great information. We always brag about how important it is, to get into a home, the treats of the home ownership, the advantages of home ownership. But what are you willing to do to get into a home?
Well, that's what we don't talk about all the time, is that sometimes you've got to sacrifice something.
Pain?
Right? You've got to give something up to get something better. So let's take a look at what people are giving up to get into home ownership.
Okay, first-time home buyers basically say 95% of you say you will give up something in order to get into a home. So you can save to buy a home. And just so you know, you don't have to save as much as you thought. Believe it or not, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll close with that.
All right. But 54% are willing to give up new clothes. Well, duh. That's not anywhere near enough to buy a house. Well, it depends how much you spend on clothes.
All right. I think number 2 is a good one, though. That new car. And remember, as soon as you drive it out the lot, it's no longer new.
Yeah. No, it's a depreciating asset, right? You're
Right.
always going to lose money on a car. So if you can satisfy yourself by buying a home instead of a car, it's a much better investment.
And, okay, half of you give up a little bit of that social life, and probably healthier for you anyways.
Keep your liver going a little longer, Don.
Yeah, we speak that language.
But let me tell you, once you have a house and once you're settled in, you'll have a great social life where people can come over and you don't have to be going out so
Yeah,
much.
good point. And then if you have your own home that you love and you get to make it your home, you don't have to do the next one that much, which is 40% of you give up travel.
That's right. Definitely don't want to give up travel altogether, but if you could put it on hiatus for a couple of years to buy a home, that's definitely a good idea. Features in the dream home is one of the other ones. You don't have to buy your dream home, especially if you're looking to buy your first home. Just get into something, especially right now with interest rates where they are, and you'll be able to move up later.
All right, and location, location, location. Some of you will have to, maybe for your first home, not have the desired location where you really like to live with the Joneses. Well, that takes steps. And you're going to look at your neighbor that makes the same amount of money you and go, how did he move up? Well, they bought before you, and they're using that equity position to get to their desired location.
That's right. So let's take a look at what experienced buyers are willing to give up to see what
It
kind of
changes,
similarities
doesn't
we
it?
have.
A little bit. The first one is travel. Again, when you have your own home, you don't need to get away as often.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that one being one of the sacrifices. And then the new car comes back. Now you wonder why the new car always comes up. The reason the new car comes up is it's so expensive. It's from a cash flow perspective, it's what? A minimum of $300 a month, potentially up as much as these days, almost like $800, $900 for a luxury vehicle.
Right.
So that's almost half a mortgage payment in some parts of the country.
And the goal is to keep you from not being house poor. And then, of course, features in my dream home. Now, I think that comes to fruition because you realize you're going to end up changing anyways. You're going to do what you want to do. So you don't have to have it perfect right off the bat. You can either do it yourself or do it differently anyways. So I think that's a good point.
That's right. So to get information like this every single day, text NREC to the number 58885. Text us. We'd like to get text from you.
All right, and check us out at don&gino.com. Check out the YouTube channel. We're talking over 1,600 YouTube videos with great interviews with top professionals that you can learn from, and make sure you tune in daily.